These children say they spent 2 nights in a police cell. They are out on bail and have been charged with public violence for participating in last week's protests. They are all under 18. Police also accuse them of looting. This 16-year-old says he told the men who came to his house he's innocent, but they beat him anyway.
It was so when they beat me, and I am still in pain. I now find it hard to hear in one ear, and sometimes it still bleeds.
Their lawyer says excessive force should not be used on minors.
We don't really know whether they were real soldiers or police officers, but the children were assaulted. They were using baton sticks, they were using chains, and I think you saw that one of them is a girl. She was alleging that one of the male soldiers actually had to assault her on her buttocks, and we actually think that was improper conduct on the girl child.
When the price of fuel more than doubled overnight in Zimbabwe last week, people demonstrated. Activists say a dozen died and scores were injured. More than 1,000 people have been arrested. Lawyers say some of those detained were children.
If then detained, these children should be separated from adults so that at least they'll feel we're children. But as our lawyers were going into the police cells, the children were together with adults. It has its own implications, and maybe in that cell some children will be mixed with hardcore criminals.
Zimbabwe's army says soldiers accused of beating people are impostors who are tarnishing the military's image. The government says it will investigate cases of child abuse.
There were some kids who were being used as human shields by the people that were attacking the police station. They were putting kids in front, and there's suspicion that they had been given cannabis cakes, some of them, because they appeared to be high on something. That regardless, the law in Zimbabwe is such that when a juvenile is arrested, they are released into the custody of their parents.
These 3 insist they had nothing to do with last week's protests. It's now up to a court to decide. Haru, Mutasa, Jazeera, Harare.